Yemen is a country that is located at the southern end of the Arabian Peninsula in Western Asia. It is the second largest Arab sovereign state in the peninsula, occupying 203,850 square miles. It is bordered by Saudi Arabia to the north, the Red Sea to the west, and the Gulf of Aden to the south, and Oman to the east. Yemen is characterized as a failed state with a high necessity of transformation. In Yemen, coffee plants were first cultivated and developed into beans and beverages that we know today. History records Sufi monasteries on the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula processing Yemeni coffee over 500 years ago.
Civil war in Yemen has raged for over 5 years, leaving the country in economic turmoil. It's become the largest humanitarian crisis in the world, with over 75% of people in poverty and nearly 80% of the country requiring humanitarian assistance. Even as many unemployed workers are trying to return to agriculture, yet another problem arises. Demand is dropping. The majority of Yemenis' high-quality gourmet coffee is sold to neighboring countries, but those nations prefer traditionally cardamom spice-laden coffee, which can use low-cost, non-specialty brews. This decline in demand for Yemen's coffee has exacerbated farmers' transition to another crop, khat. Cultivation of khat, a stimulant drug, increases by 12% each year, further harming society in numerous ways, outcompeting Yemen's once profitable exports of coffee and worsening the country's food insecurity, with already 80% of their food being imported.
Given these problems, our team discovered a solution, a plan to support and alleviate the suffering of the Yemeni people, a project that will help create a social impact by creating opportunities in Yemen through coffee. Because it was in Yemen that these plants were first developed into the beverage that we know today, we choose the name Originem. Here's how the solution works. The project Originem consists in a business that will buy high-quality coffee beans in their post-harvest stage to then export and sell high-quality coffee in areas where it's most economically appreciated. We are going to offer better wages for Yemeni farmers so that they can support their families and distant relatives. Think of it as a domino effect. We are also going to use Yemeni farmers' coffee agriculture expertise in their favor. Knowing that khat makes a profit 5 times greater than any other agricultural product, we plan to buy coffee at competitive prices. Moreover, our project will be teaching farmers how best to grow coffee in a more sustainable and efficient way possible. Through workshops, we will educate farmers on best practices and everything from planting to harvesting to processing and storing. Also, the project will aim to offer farmers interest-free microloans that will not require immediate repayments to allow for more flexible business planning. Originem aims to promote growth and stability in Yemen by providing a market for Yemeni coffee.
Agriculture is a large sector in Yemen, employing the most of the population, but contributing to only 20% of the country's GDP. There are clear inefficiencies in this sector that we will be tackling to increase productivity within our own company, such as relying more on machinery and further educating farmers on how to operate them safely. With the rise in demand for coffee in the world, we can supply authentic high-quality mocha to our partners in a timely fashion as we have control over production and inventory. We're first partnering up with local coffee shops here in the United States, where consumers are more interested in drinking gourmet coffee and the demand is growing in double digits year over year. Yemeni coffee is poised to excel in this market thanks to our careful cultivation and processing of the beans that preserve their aroma and distinct flavor. And as we grow, we will face competition from Port of Mocha and Al Mocha, but we know that we will deliver quality for a competitive price while making sure farmers are well compensated. We believe that these competitive advantages will help us disrupt this niche market.
Built on the economic, social, and environmental pillars of sustainability, Originem directly impacts 6 Sustainable Development Goals laid down by the United Nations. These are: Number 1, no poverty; Number 2, no hunger; Number 3, good health and well-being; Number 8, decent work and economic growth; Number 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure; Number 17, partnerships for the goals. Apart from this, Originem indirectly aims to accomplish other SDGs, such as quality education, gender equality, and peace in the turbulent country of Yemen. To meet the ever increasing demand in coffee, this project aims to expand to other developing countries such as India, Vietnam, Uganda, Colombia, and many more, thereby striving to bring an end to unfair trade practices, poverty, and hunger in developing nations.